Family drama among celebrities often makes headlines for its glitz, glamour, and gossip, but sometimes the stories go deeper, revealing complex dynamics that involve loyalty, legal rights, and emotional strain. The latest unfolding situation between T.I. and his son King Harris has fans and followers captivated, as insiders claim that T.I. may be considering disowning King Harris from family property after King reportedly filed a legal case against his father. While details of the case are still emerging, the speculation alone has sparked intense discussions across social media, news outlets, and fan forums. Tonight, we take a detailed look at this story, exploring the history between father and son, the nature of the legal dispute, the potential consequences for family property and relationships, and the public reaction to what is quickly becoming one of the most talked about celebrity family conflicts of the year. To fully understand the gravity of this unfolding drama, we need to start with the people at the center of it. King Harris, the eldest son of T.I. and Tiny Harris, has grown up in one of hip-hop's most high-profile families. From a young age, King has been in the public eye, navigating not only his father's fame, but also the scrutiny that comes with growing up in a household constantly under media attention. King has always been outspoken, ambitious, and determined to carve his own identity apart from his father's legacy. Over time, sources say that tensions between father and son have escalated, fueled by disagreements over independence, financial matters, and personal boundaries. The filing of a legal case against T.I., allegedly over family property or inheritance rights, marks a significant turning point in their relationship, one that could have lasting implications for both King Harris' future and the Harris family's legacy. T.I., on the other hand, is a multi-platinum recording artist, entrepreneur, and patriarch of a family whose wealth and influence span music, business, and media. Over the years, T.I. has built a considerable empire, including family homes, investments, and business ventures, which have been carefully curated and managed. According to insiders, T.I. views the legal action taken by King Harris as a serious breach of trust, and one that challenges not only his authority as a father, but also his ability to manage and protect family assets. Friends and associates close to the family reportedly fear that the tension could escalate further, with long-term consequences for relationships within the household and the management of property. Some sources even suggest that T.I.'s potential move to disown King from the property is both a legal strategy and a symbolic statement, emphasizing the seriousness of taking legal action against a parent. Property disputes within celebrity families are notoriously complicated. When multi-million-dollar assets, public perception, and generational wealth are at stake, emotions can quickly intensify. In this case, T.I.'s alleged decision to disown King Harris from family property signals more than a financial maneuver. It reflects a fundamental clash of values, boundaries, and expectations between father and son. Social media is already buzzing with speculation, with fans taking sides and analyzing every statement or action from the Harris family. Some argue that King Harris is simply asserting his independence and legal rights, while others view his legal filing as a betrayal that undermines family trust. The dynamics at play are not only legal but deeply personal, illustrating the fragile balance between familial duty and individual autonomy. However, Tiny's perspective emphasizes caution, empathy, and maintaining family unity. According to insiders, she is encouraging dialogue and mediation rather than drastic measures, highlighting the importance of emotional support and preserving relationships in the face of legal conflict. Tonight, we take a comprehensive look at the Harris family drama, exploring Tiny's stance, T.I.'s decision, King Harris' legal actions, and the potential consequences for the family and her legacy. To understand the unfolding situation, it's crucial to examine the dynamics between the key players. King Harris, the eldest child of T.I. and Tiny Harris, has grown up navigating the challenges of a high-profile family. From a young age, King has been exposed to public scrutiny, celebrity status, and the complexities of wealth and fame. According to insiders, this upbringing has shaped him into an ambitious and outspoken young man, determined to assert his independence and protect his legal and financial rights. Sources suggest that King recently filed a legal case against T.I., allegedly related to property rights, inheritance, or family assets, a decision that reportedly angered his father and set the stage for a potential escalation in family conflict. Known for his authority and influence as both a father and entrepreneur, is reportedly considering disowning King from the family property in response, a move that could have long-term implications for their relationship and the distribution of assets within the family. Tiny Harris' perspective on the situation, however, is notably different from her husband's. Sources close to the family claim that Tiny is advocating for a measured and empathetic approach. She reportedly believes that disowning King from property could create lasting emotional harm and potentially fracture the family permanently. Tiny, who has long been seen as a stabilizing influence in the household, is reportedly emphasizing communication, mediation, and understanding over punitive measures. Her position highlights a critical dimension often overlooked in celebrity family conflicts: the emotional and psychological impact of legal disputes on children and family relationships, particularly when these disputes play out in the public eye. According to insiders, Tiny Harris is deeply concerned about the potential consequences of T.I.'s alleged decision. While T.I. may see dissownment as a necessary step to protect family assets and assert authority, Tiny reportedly views the action as overly harsh, potentially damaging the father-son relationship beyond repair. Sources suggest that Tiny has been privately communicating with both T.I. and King, urging a solution that balances accountability with emotional support. She reportedly believes that addressing the root causes of the conflict, rather than focusing solely on legal or financial consequences, could prevent long-term family rifts and foster reconciliation. This behind-the-scenes mediation role underscores Tiny's influence in navigating high-stakes family matters, highlighting her focus on empathy and relationship preservation. From a broader perspective, the disagreement between T.I. and Tiny underscores the complexities of parenting in high-profile households. When substantial assets, fame, and public scrutiny intersect with family disputes, tensions can escalate quickly. In the case of King Harris, who reportedly sought legal recognition of his rights to family property, the stakes are both financial and emotional. Tiny Harris' insistence on dialogue and measured responses highlights the delicate balance parents must strike when guiding their children through legal and financial matters, while also maintaining emotional stability and fostering trust. Fans have been closely following the story, with social media buzzing with opinions and speculation. Many fans have expressed admiration for Tiny Harris' reported stance, viewing it as a compassionate and responsible approach that prioritizes family unity. Others debate whether T.I.'s response is justified, suggesting that protecting family assets may require difficult decisions, even if they strain relationships. The divide between T.I. and Tiny illustrates a broader dynamic often present in celebrity households: the tension between authority, accountability, and empathy. In such families, the choices made behind closed doors can have lasting consequences, both publicly and privately. Legal experts and family counselors note that disputes over property and inheritance can have far-reaching emotional impacts. Filing a legal case against a parent, especially within high-profile families, can create lasting rifts, even if financial concerns are ultimately resolved. In this situation, Tiny Harris' reported advocacy for mediation and reconciliation could serve as a stabilizing influence, potentially preventing permanent estrangement. Sources suggest that Tiny has emphasized the importance of maintaining communication, acknowledging King's concerns, and exploring alternative solutions to dissownment, including structured agreements or family mediation sessions. The situation also raises interesting questions about how parental influence operates within celebrity families. Tiny Harris' reported position suggests that empathy and dialogue are as crucial as authority when managing high-stakes family disputes. Her approach contrasts with T.I.'s more assertive stance, highlighting the challenges parents face when balancing financial protection, public image, and emotional well-being. According to insiders, Tiny is attempting to prevent the situation from escalating further, stressing that permanent dissownment could have long-term psychological effects on King Harris, potentially impacting his trust and relationship with both parents. Experts in family law note that legal disputes between parents and adult children can have profound emotional consequences, particularly when property and inheritance are involved. The act of filing a case can create lasting rifts, even if the financial issues are eventually resolved. In T.I. and King Harris' case, the added scrutiny of fans and media coverage intensifies the pressure. Sources indicate that other family members are attempting to mediate, hoping to prevent the dispute from escalating and to preserve relationships while navigating legal responsibilities. The unfolding drama highlights the intersection of celebrity influence, family loyalty, and the challenges of maintaining personal relationships amid public scrutiny. The tension between T.I. and King Harris also reflects a generational clash. King Harris, reportedly seeking greater independence and legal recognition of his rights, may feel that taking legal action is necessary to assert himself and secure his future. T.I., meanwhile, may view this step as a breach of trust and a challenge to his authority as both a father and a head of a family empire. Sources suggest that T.I.'s potential disownement of King from property is not solely about money. It is about sending a message regarding family loyalty, respect, and the consequences of legal action against one's parent. Fans have debated whether this response is justified or overly harsh, but insiders emphasize that in high-profile families, legal disputes often intertwine with personal and emotional stakes, making resolution incredibly complex. Social media reactions have been intense. Many fans express support for T.I., praising his efforts to protect family assets and maintain boundaries, while others sympathize with King Harris, interpreting his legal move as a step toward independence and fairness. The public discourse reflects broader societal questions about inheritance, family responsibility, and the balance between personal rights and loyalty. In celebrity households, these issues are magnified because every action is scrutinized, discussed, and debated online. The T.I. and King Harris conflict exemplifies how fame can complicate family matters, turning private disagreements into public spectacles with emotional, financial, and reputational consequences. Experts in celebrity family law suggest that disputes like this, if not carefully managed, can have long-lasting impacts. Filing a legal case against a parent can permanently alter family dynamics, even if the financial concerns are eventually resolved. In this situation, T.I.'s possible disownement of King Harris from property serves as both a legal and emotional statement. It reinforces the seriousness of challenging family authority, particularly in households with complex assets and public visibility. Sources close to the family report that other members are attempting to mediate behind the scenes, hoping to balance legal obligations with the preservation of personal relationships. This delicate dance between legal action and family loyalty is one that many celebrity families face, but few handle without public scrutiny and emotional strain. Another layer of complexity comes from the legacy and influence of T.I. as a father and public figure. He has cultivated a career that not only provides for his family, but also sets expectations for respect, discipline, and responsibility. From his perspective, King Harris' legal action could be perceived as a violation of trust, and the disownement may serve as a necessary step to maintain order, protect family property, and reinforce family values. Meanwhile, King Harris' motivations, according to insiders, are rooted in a desire for autonomy, self-determination, and legal recognition of his rights. This clash highlights the challenge of balancing emotional bonds with practical legal considerations, a dilemma that resonates far beyond celebrity circles. Ultimately, the situation between T.I. and King Harris is a mix of emotional, legal, and public pressures. Family loyalty, independence, and wealth intersect in a way that creates a highly charged environment. Fans and media continue to speculate on whether the disownement will occur, how King Harris will respond, and whether reconciliation is possible. Experts note that the presence of legal action in any family dispute increases the likelihood of long-term repercussions, both financially and emotionally. In this case, the public nature of the family, combined with the stakes of property and inheritance, makes the outcome particularly significant for both father and son. So, what do you think about the reported conflict between T.I. and King Harris? Could disowning King from family property be the necessary step to protect family assets, or might it permanently damage their father-son relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you found this deep dive insightful.